Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to 2026. It's a new year. John Big Dog Wagner coming at you. All right, back to business. I got a lot of guys coming at me talking about my recruiter said, my recruiter didn't say, my recruiter won't answer. My recruiter. You guys have obviously never been in the military before. In boot camp, A school, C school, even when we got out and they started putting us to work, you had guys saying my recruiter said. And the answer was always the same. Don't believe shit the recruiter tells you. The recruiter's job is to get you in the door. He gonna tell you just enough of what you want to hear, and he ain't gonna tell you anything of what you're supposed to hear. His job is to get you in the door. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you heard Super Eagle has Mack trucks. And you like Mack trucks. You want a Mack truck. So you tell your recruiter, I understand y'all got Mack trucks. He says, yep. We got Mack trucks. You tell him, well, if I come, I want me a Mack truck. Recruiter gonna say, not possible. We might be able to do that. Well, I want me a newer model Mack truck. That's possible too. We might be able to do that. Now you go skipping your happy butt into the terminal, expecting to get a Mack truck because your recruiter told you can get one. That's not what he said. What he said was they have Mack trucks. He said it was possible you could get one, but he never told you you're gonna get one. I use that as an example because I know Super Eagle does have Mack trucks. I know a guy driving a 2025 Mack truck right now. But yet, with all the times I've been to the terminal, I have never seen a Mack truck on that lot. I see a whole lot of internationals. I see a good bit of Freightliners. And I see a few, I see a lot of Kenworths. And I see a few Peterbilts and a few Volvos mixed in there. Never seen a Mack truck on the lot. Now here you are in the terminal, and you telling the people there that your recruiter told you you can get a Mack truck. He never said that. I got guys calling me. Well, the recruiter won't answer my questions. That's not his job. His job is to get you in the door. So when you ask him stuff like, what goes on with the contract? Oh, they'll tell you that when you get there. What goes on in orientation? You'll find out when you get there. Are they going to put me in a place to stay? They'll take care of all that when you get there. That's the recruiter's job. To get you there. To get you in the door. That's all he's supposed to do. That's it. He ain't gonna promise you nothing. He gonna tell you what you want to hear and let you fill in the blanks all by yourself. get there. I keep telling everybody, Super Eagle is not a trucking company. It's a sales company. They sell trucks. They finance people who want to buy trucks. That's what they do. So, just like car dealerships, you call up a Chevrolet dealer, I want to buy a Suburban. They know they ain't got no Suburbans on the lot. And they can't get no more Suburbans until they get rid of their overstock. And they got an overstock of Tahoes. Call them up, I want me a Bourbon. They're going to tell you, come on in, we'll see what we can do for you. Why? Because they know you want to buy a vehicle. They know you're excited about a vehicle. They feel like they can convince you to get a different vehicle. A lot of Tahoes on the road today. And then if you stand your ground and you're like, no, I don't want a Tahoe, I absolutely 100% want a Bourbon. They're going to tell you, okay, well, we can special order you one at a 10% markup. That's the way the sales game works. You don't want to play our game, you're going to pay to play yours. So, when you get to the lot, you got to talk to the yard manager. That's the salesman. They got an overstock of internationals. My yard manager sat me down. He's like, what are your top 3 picks? I told him Volvo, Peterbilt, Kenworth. I should have known better. I should have did it reverse. In the military, they said, put your 3 picks on your dream sheet. I said, Norfolk, Virginia, Groton, Connecticut, San Diego. Guess where I went? Still there. San Diego. I told my yard manager, Volvo, Peterbilt, Kenworth. I'm in a Kenworth. But the whole time I was there, as they trying to find me a truck, every other word out of my yard manager's mouth was international. International this, international that. I said, if you mention international one more time, I'm going to bust you in your mouth. I told you that's the one vehicle I absolutely don't want. I said, in this industry, there are 2 types of people. Those who love the international and those who hate the international. Those who love the international don't want nothing else. They just want the international. Those that hate the international will take anything else because they don't want the international. The other thing that will come out of his mouth all the time is vehicle recovery. Okay, so you want this kind of truck? I got one over here in Detroit. Detroit, I already told you they want to do vehicle recovery. Well, that's the only one I got is the one in Detroit. I ain't doing no vehicle recovery. But if you want this vehicle, you got to go to Detroit. All right, you're starting to sound like you're talking about international again. What I tell you I was going to do? Mention vehicle recovery one more time. Went and walked a lot. I saw a Volvo. Guy that came in after me got that. I saw a Peterbilt. Guy that came in after me got that. And I'm like, all this time you jacking me off about internationals and vehicle recovery, and you could have got my top 2 picks. Oh, yeah, exactly. So I'm in the Kenworth. Found out Almost every Kenworth in the company got the PACCAR engine. At the time I signed up, only 6 trucks had a Cummins engine. Guess what this one got? So I lucked out. I don't want another truck now. I'm good. So I tell you all this because whatever your recruiter told you, or whatever you think your recruiter told you, that's just to get you in the door. When you get to your yard, we get to the terminal, you're dealing with your yard manager, he ain't your buddy, he's your salesman. He's there to sell you a truck. That's super ego. Once you get your truck and sign your contracts and all that stuff, then you go to the business side of things. That's Floyd. Super ego was a sales company. Super ego is a finance company. Floyd is your dispatch, your repairs, your fleet manager, your payroll, your ELD, everything you need to run your business. That's Floyd. Now, I keep telling everybody, Super Ego was a sales company. People still coming at me confused with the expectations of a trucking company. It's not a trucking company. You're not a driver driving for cents for the mile. It's a sales company. You're buying a truck, they're financing you for a truck, and you're starting your business. When I had my recruiter, she was a cool lady. But I told her right from jump, don't sell me a golden ticket. And she's like, what? I'm ex-military. I know your job. Don't sell me a golden ticket. I want straight answers. If you can't give me a straight answer, or you don't know the answer, just tell me you don't know. And we'll get along great. And she's like, oh, okay. I know what you're saying. And we got along great. We still talk from time to time. She hits me up. She's got somebody trying to sign up. They got questions. She's trying to get the answer for them. She hits me up. She uses my videos to show to the new recruits, so they know what to expect when they get here. Good lady. Nice lady. So, when you talk to your recruiter, understand who you're talking to. His job is not to give you information. His job is not to make promises. His job is not to tell you what you will or won't do. His job is to get you in the door. Once you get in the door, the yard manager is not your friend. He's not your buddy. He's not going to give you information either. His job is to sell you a truck. And he's going to try to push the overstock on you first, the international. He's going to try to push that recovery program on you second. Go pick up a truck. That's his job. Plant your feet. Let them know you want a truck off the yard. If you want an international, you'll be an easy sale. They'll walk you out and you can take your pick. If you don't want an international, plant your feet. They'll take you out. They'll walk the yard with you and pick out your truck. It's that simple. So with that, now you know who you're talking to. Now you know what you're dealing with. So start the 2026 out right. Make good decisions. For those of you already here, be safe out there and make your money.